Hi guys, my name is Toiba and this is
Ruth.
Ruth is an undergraduate GKS scholar in South Korea, and I've invited her here to share what she knows about the whole thing. So she's going to take us through her journey and she's going to introduce the scholarship to us. So let's go. Ruth, could you please introduce yourself? What's your name? Where are you from in Nigeria? And what course are you studying in Korea?
My name is Ruth and I'm from Nigeria and I'm currently studying Korean language, but my major is computer information.
Wow, that's really great. So GKS scholarship. Very few people know a little bit of what GKS scholarship is. For instance, like it's provided by the Korean government to people who are from like developing countries to come here and learn Korean language as well as to learn their major. I understand that for various scholarship, you get 2 years to study masters and 3 or 4 years for PhD, right? So for undergraduate, I'm not totally sure, and I've got a lot of questions from my subscribers all over my platforms. They want to know what makes one eligible, what's the scholarship about. So we're going to go into that in details. So for a start, what's the GKS scholarship according to your understanding?
The GKS scholarship is the Global Korean Scholarship. It is funded by the Korean government, as stated in the name, and it's a scholarship where your tuition fee is fully covered by the Korean government, and the Korean government also offers you a monthly stipend of 1 million Korean won while in language year and 1.1 million won while in your major. And to be eligible for the GKS scholarship, there are some requirements that we're going to get into later. But basically, that's what the GKS scholarship is about. Come to Korea, study, and it's all, funded
come
by
to
the government.
Korea free of charge. So to
Just come
say.
to Korea.
Well, it was really nice to be a scholar. Well, I would say it's nice for me because you don't have to worry about a lot of things. For instance,
Yeah.
I know people that actually work as well as get the stipend because they need to make ends meet and take care of a lot of things at home.
Yeah.
But I also think that the money is enough to get by, right?
Yeah.
Survive.
So far.
You might not be able to save, but you will survive.
That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, so what are the criteria for GKS scholarship for undergraduates?
For undergraduate, first of all, the most important one, which I think people don't look into, is the age. For undergraduates, you can't apply if you are 25 years old above.
Wow, I didn't know that.
That's one thing most people miss. They just want to apply regardless of the age. But compared to other countries, South Korea is very strict when it comes to age, age-wise. So
In
for
terms of
undergraduates,
education.
yeah. So when it comes to undergraduate, you have to be, actually when you're 16 years old, they accept you to, because in some countries you graduate earlier, like Nigeria, but it has to be below 25. So if you're 25 upwards, they don't accept you. But if you're 16 to 24,
You're still within range.
You're still within.
So it has a minimum age limit too, which is 16, and the maximum is 25. So you have to be within 24 and a half at most.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that insight. That's very, very nice. And what are the other requirements?
The other requirements would be your documents. For Nigerians, for Africans, I can say specifically because I'm one, you need your graduation certificate of high school, and also need a transcript from your high school that states your GPA, the entire GPA for that period of time.
Okay.
But you don't need to provide the entire 6 years of school, just 3 years, like high school, first year, second year, and then the last year you write your work.
Okay.
So that score also needs to be incorporated into your transcript, and they give you a transcript of SS1, SS2, SS3, which is 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade.
Okay, I was going to ask that. That means you can remove those from GSS1 to GSS3?
Yeah, they don't need that.
Okay.
They only need from SS1 to SS3.
Okay, that was
And then after that, you need your date of birth certificate.
Okay.
And you also need your parents, because they need something called proof of relationship.
Okay.
So that date of birth is going to serve as the proof of relationship between you and your parents.
Okay.
But they also need proof of identity. identity, like your parents are actually Nigerians and are not related, as Koreans in any way. So for that, you would need to submit your NIN, which is the National Identification Certificate given in Nigeria.
That paper or the ID plastic.
It doesn't matter as long as it's NIN. Or an international passport.
Okay.
So if your parents don't have international passports, you submit NIN, but just make sure it's a valid source of
identification for you and for your parents. For the birth certificate, then I would say maybe the one from the hospital might not suffice, but the one from the National Population Commission, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
They don't need the one from the hospital. They need one from the National Population Commission. So that one is a valid one. And then also you personally, you need your international passport. It's not a matter of I can use my name. You must submit a copy of your passport.
That makes sense because you want to travel out, so you need to have an international
But there's also like an exception though, because when you go through the first round, you don't need your passport, your international passport.
That time.
Yeah. But when you pass the interview and the school has sent you the final email, like you're now, a GKS scholar and you're waiting through evaluation through NID, then
you would need to get that.
Yeah, you must submit an international, passport. So I would just say to just submit it from the beginning to, reduce cost of sending to Korea again.
Yes.
And just wasting your time.
Yes.
And they would also feel like people with passport are more serious. So
they are ready.
They are ready to come to Korea at any moment. So I would, recommend having your international passport. And then basically that's the entire document. But if you have other achievements, like other certificates, I think that would help you
to boost your chance.
Yeah, to boost your portfolio. Because if you're saying, "Oh, I did this, I did that, I attended this event, I did this course," but you have no certificate,
nothing to prove it. Yeah,
they'll be like, he or she's not serious.
How about someone that was very excellent in sports while they were in high school and they don't have a certificate from their awards, but they have the plaque or the cups or something?
Yeah, that's you can take a picture of those. Because I actually had a friend who is a very good artist, but she had no certificates. What she did was take pictures of her works, all the things she drew, and that actually got her into the school that she is. So even though you don't have certificates, you have your works, you have something to prove that at least you did that thing. That's also a good thing. And I would also recommend for people who are coming undergraduates who have to learn Korean, because I've never seen an undergraduate course that you don't need Korean for. Masters is different, but undergraduate you need Korean proficiency. So even if you don't know Korean while applying, before applying, I would recommend doing online courses and getting certificates.
At least get the basic Korean proficiency.
Yeah, a basic Korean knowledge. And also there are so many free sites that give you certificates for Korean language. Like Coursera and Udemy. So you get certificates there. If you show them, they feel like, oh, he or she will be serious while learning Korean, because they've been
really interested.
Yeah, they've been cases of people who cannot complete their language year and end up failing.
Oh my god.
So NID is but these people are not serious. So they are really, really careful about people who would actually go through language here and be serious and get their Korean proficiency. So I would also recommend extracurricular activities. Mention lots of them. If you actually did
everything that you've actually done, even if you don't have proof for them, just include them.
Include them, and not only just include them. Tell NID that how did it affect you? How did it improve you? For example, if you're saying, "Oh, I played football outside of school," tell NID how has that improved you as a human being? If you said, "Okay, I went to this competition," tell them how it influenced you. So there's also that, and also the application form. Download it, fill it online. Don't fill it with, your pen. Make sure you fill it because there will be questions like that. Yeah, just be professional about it. Do not fill it with your pen.
Yeah, it makes sense because some handwritings you can't just read them legibly. So it makes sense to just type things out.
And sometimes they might need to translate it also, because some schools, they might need to translate it also. So they need it on the paper, typed, not written. The only thing I can say you can use a pen to do is your signature.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so the signature part is okay, and your recommendation form, if you use a a pen, like handwriting, it's also okay because the recommender has to write what they have to say about you. Yeah, so that's also okay.
that will
But
make
other
it
than
original.
that, yeah, other than that, every other thing it has to be typed because they also have like a requirements for the fonts. Like it has to be Roman times 11.
Oh.
So if it's
When
not
filling
that,
it.
yeah, when filling it. So if it's not that, it's
That's
like
interesting.
it's like you're not listening to instructions. This simple one.
Exactly.
How would you listen when you come to Korea?
Yes.
So NID is very specific
Strict.
about these things, and they're very strict. So when they say that okay, it's not even the fonts that they told you to fill it in, they just be like,
So that means you don't know what you're doing.
yeah,
from
this
the
one
start.
is not serious,
Yeah.
and they just
very
let
much.
it go. So
Thank
that's
you very much
the basic recommendation. I think every other thing would be like after you've passed document screening and you're now about to do interview.
Yeah, that's interesting. Now that you mentioned documents, you have already listed what criteria people need to like satisfy before they are considered for the admission, right? So I know that there is a website where people can go to check for the documents that are required of them, but there are also some essential documents on the website that NID provides to scholars that they have to fill out. We mentioned some of them, like the application form, like your identity and all those things. Are there like few other ones that you think that you can mention right now?
The thing is, when you're applying through university track, the school also has its own requirements. So embassy track is like it's depending on the embassy.
Which track did you apply?
I went through university track.
University track. Which would you say is easier?
I would say university track is easier, to be honest, because university track does not have it has a quota, but if you go through, actually there are 3 tracks under GKS. People just think university and embassy, but
that's what I thought too.
That's not it. There's embassy track, there's university track, and there's UIC.
Okay, what's UIC?
UIC, it's like mostly STEM subjects. It's like beneficial to it's a science-based program. So it only benefits people who are going into computer, medicals, and etc. So when you're going through UIC, it opens like more opportunity because unlike university track, which is regional track, they only pick like the quota. Like let's say in Nigeria, they only pick 1 student through university regional track. So even though like 10 students apply through university regional track, they only pick 1 Nigerian. But for UIC track, even if 20 Uzbekistanis, 20 Indians apply, and those 20 Indians qualify, they will pick them. So they don't look at your nationality; they look at your qualifications.
And your distinction.
And what like the what do you call it? The quota for that department. Like my school's computer department was looking for 20 students. And that was UIC. So those 20 students, they were like 4 Uzbekistanis. So it doesn't matter, and they were like I think 3 Azerbaijan people. So it does not matter on your nationality. Now, if those people apply to regional track, they will pick only 1 Uzbekistan and 1 Azerbaijan.
One nationality.
Yeah, it has to be just one person from one country. So it limits your opportunity. But UIC also has its own disadvantages because you are competing with everybody, not only your country people. You're competing
so your
with
excellence has to be like up there before you can actually enter that list.
Before you can even
So every options has their pros and their cons.
That's true.
Thank you for that input. You just said that UIC, embassy, and university, and you came in through the university track, right?
Yes.
Thank you very much. That's very useful information because I've had a lot of questions from people that are like, oh, which track is the best? And I'm like, I'm not a GKS scholar. A person who's a GKS scholar will be in the best position to actually answer that question. So your explanation would really help. So you wanted to say something?
The embassy track, I wanted to explain about embassy track. Embassy track is good for art students. When you look at GKS, like in total, it's actually a scheme to bring only STEM students. Like they value STEM students more than art students. So it's not, of course, it's not like they disregard art students. They still like opportunities.
They prioritize STEM-based courses.
Exactly.
Actually. Because it's a technologically advanced country. So they know that's where they thrive and that's what they can actually use to benefit people that come in to learn. Yeah, that makes more sense actually.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I noticed like when you look at the guidelines, the qualifications, the and the quotas they opened like this year. There is more quotas compared to last year, and
Okay.
it all went to STEM students.
Wow.
So like they really need it's like they're desperate for STEM students. So if you're if you really do not care about your major, like you don't have a specific should I say passion for a major, you can change from arts to STEM. I would recommend changing from arts to STEM. So embassy track is like an opportunity for art students because embassy track do not care like if you're STEM or arts, they will prioritize anyone who's like qualified, excellent for the school you're applying to, for the major you're applying to. And embassy track also offers the luxury of applying to 3 different universities. So university
that's
track,
advantage of that university track.
3 different universities. So, but university track is like only that one university. So if they say no, then that's no.
Is it possible to apply through the embassy and the university track at the same time?
No, if you do that, you would be banned from any GKS in the future.
That's my Nigerian in me asking question. Calculation.
I actually
like 1 plus 1.
I actually thought so too. I had the idea.
Yeah.
But then NID was I saw on the guidelines.
Has attempted it before. That's why there's like an heavy.
They even put in the guidelines there. Like if you apply through university track and embassy track, you will be banned from the GKS scholarship
forever.
Forever, not even not that year. Like forever, your name will be blacklisted.
That's serious.
It's very very serious. Actually, NID very strict.
Yeah.
So it's also just like that. So for embassy track, I would say it's best for our students. So if you're going through, let's say you want to do something like music producing, theater arts, design, fashion designing, trade designing, go through embassy track. Because if you go through university track, I'm sure that even the universities they don't really value arts because especially my school, they rejected all art students last year. Of course, there are some schools that all of them. There's not one single art student in my school, and they accepted 20 students. So imagine not even a single one. Was art
because of that track.
Yeah, because they just really prioritize STEM students. So for embassy track, art students, I would recommend you going there. Of course, there are some schools that want art students, but majority just want STEM students. So for embassy track, art students, it's for you guys. And for university track, it actually has like a variety of courses. Like there's art, there's STEM, there's everything. But again, you're competing against your own country people. So you have to look at your country's quota.
Competition is steep.
Yeah. Like Nigeria, we only have one quota. One for university track, regional track, and you only get to choose one university.
So in that region.
Yeah. The embassy track, you can choose 2 Sky universities, like 2 big universities and 1 small university. But for what's it called, university track, it's like 1 big university or 1 small university, just one. Yeah, so when you choose that one university and you send your application, let's say 5 other Nigerians apply to that university, what they would do is they would, evaluate you guys and they will take 3 Nigerians probably and send them to NID. And let's say other schools too, Nigerians apply there, let's say about 10 Nigerians, they will evaluate and take 5 Nigerians to NID. So now there are 8 Nigerians in NID's hands.
Vying for
fighting for one spot. So like now it's up to NID to decide who will qualify for the sports. For the one spot, like who will qualify there. It's very very tough actually. So it's like whoever NID decides to give will be the scholar, and then the other 7 will be disregarded.
I see why people continue to apply every year.
Yeah, it's very very very
because the number of slots is relatively limited compared to the number of people that are applying. Especially from Nigeria. I heard there's a WhatsApp group now for people that have prospect of coming to Korea to study.
Oh really?
Yeah, I heard about it online, maybe on TikTok or something, like there's a WhatsApp group, but I don't have any information about it. If you have information about it, please contact me so we can share.
I only knew about the GKS Nigerian group chat. There is a group chat of like over 300 Nigerians.
Wow.
Yeah, in my group chat, the same group chat I was in, I didn't even know like there was such thing because I had already even finished my application. I found out about GKS through someone, and I did not know where to start, but I prepared, and then I found out about that group chat. So it's like it's there to help people. So if you're a Nigerian who wants to apply to GKS and has no idea what it is, you can come enter the group chat and ask questions. Just make sure you do your own research first before you come, and then whenever you need help, the admins there are lots of scholars to help you out. So there's also that group chat.
I'm going to paste the link to that group chat in the description so you can check and join if you're interested in information about how you can come to Korea to study. Thank you very much for your insight. But we've been going on and on about GKS, and for people that have no idea about it, I know this information is on Google for them to find out.
Yes.
But could you please list out some of the benefits of GKS? Why people are really trying so hard to come to Korea, and why GKS is one of the best scholarships in Korea, Can you list some of the benefits?
First of all, the GKS scholarship is a fully funded scholarship. I feel like that's fully. It's a fully funded scholarship. I feel like that's what makes people really eager, because your flights are taken care of. Your visa are taken care of.
Wow.
So like you just go to the embassy, give them that.
NIV students,
and they just give visa, and like within one day you get your visa.
Wow.
1 day, 2 days.
That's so
I
fast.
got mine in like 2 days.
Wow.
My friend got hers in like 4 hours.
Wow.
When she applied at Abuja, I applied at
That's a
Lagos.
flex.
Yeah, they just really make everything easy for you because you're a GKS student. So there's visas are covered, your flights, your health insurance, everything is covered. And when you come here, you get a settlement fee, like your first month you get 301 to settle down. And also on the first month you get like double your stipend, so you can pay for the rent. Although that letter is like removed.
In retrospect.
It's removed later on, but it's like when you settle down. So and then every month you get about 1 million or 1 point something million won to take care of yourself. And if you don't like spend recklessly, that's actually more than enough. You would even be be able to send back to your people at home, because I've had friends like that. So there's also that. There's also the schools has some schools provide free should I say dormitory.
You don't have to pay for accommodation.
There is
really good.
a creator I know called Rooney. Her dormitory is like free.
Oh yeah, I know Rooney. Shout out to Rooney.
Her dormitory is free, and my school also offers a free dormitory. But the only disadvantage is like the outskirts of Daegu. So it's like 1 hour plus away from school.
Oh, okay.
It's like Daegu campus. It's free, and you also get a shuttle bus to come to the school. But it's like 1 hour plus, or close to 2 hours away from school. Every day. So it can be tiring for some students. Not everyone can wake up early in the morning, because we have classes by 9. So there's also that, and some schools, other schools too, I think offer free options. Just that there's disadvantages, like you'd have lots of roommates, or the school will be so far from your.
And then there might be curfew.
There are curfews.
I know for my university, Kempo National University, they're staying in the dorm. There is curfew.
Mine too. Like 11 p.m. they come to check rooms, and 12 is like nobody's going outside
or coming in again.
So I think that's some of the
I saw somewhere that they're like commission for if you pass your TOPIK exam.
That actually has been annihilated. Before it was there, but now NIE is like no more.
Have the money again. I don't know it stopped already, Sha. But it was the one that told me.
Unfortunately, that luxury has been taken away. Like if you're once a GKS scholar, you can't be twice.
Oh really?
So like if now that I'm undergraduate, I can't do masters through GKS. And someone who's masters can't do PhD, nothing like that.
Wow.
So they just stopped it.
That's interesting. Lots of rules.
It's been changing over there. Like 2022 was the last time like you can do your masters even though you've done undergraduate through GKS. But now it's like I don't know. NID is preserving their money. They want to sponsor more students with that money.
That makes sense. I think it's a really good opportunity, and I think more people. It's not a new thing in Nigeria. I can say most people are already aware of it. I think what people need is just first-hand information about what it is and what it is not, what is required and what is not, or tips on how they can successfully get their application to be accepted. So I have exhausted all the questions that I prepared for you. I don't want this video to be unnecessarily long, but so far we've said everything that are important in order to prepare someone who just want to start to attempt to apply for the GKS scholarship. But before we round up the video, could you like tell me one or two tips that you think helped your application, that you feel, oh, it must be this thing, or oh, it must be that thing, that actually like contributed to why you are here today, or why you think your application was accepted?
For me, it's not, I don't even have to think about it twice. It was always my personal statement. I feel like my essays. I feel like my essays was just the ticket for me. Like, because actually a funny story happened to me. While I applied to my school, our coordinator secretly messaged me.
Wow.
She was like, Ruth, your application has passed through
out of nowhere.
Yeah, like has passed through our hands, and it seems like you chose UIC instead of regional, track.
Option.
So I would recommend going for the regional track. I was like, oh, well, she said nothing, but we just really want you in our school. I think that would be safer.
Wow.
I was like, oh,
that's why you go change track.
I changed.
My sister.
I was like, if she's telling me this, it must be like
sure. And for the to reach out to you like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and they really want me in the school. So I was like, oh, like okay. She was like, but if you don't want to, that's okay. I'm like,
I don't want what? Please, I mean.
She's like, if you don't want to, that's okay. We'll see it at our school next year. I was like, no, I want it. Yeah, I want it, please. And she was like, okay, then I'll go on ahead and help you choose the option. I was like, yeah, because I've already sent the document, so I could not go back to me, but she helped me.
Wow.
So she was like,
do you, really nice.
I know, like I was so surprised by how nice my school was. I was like, wow, I can't believe really nice. They really wanted me there. So she, just helped me change, because I told her I wanted to change to regional track now. So she did change, and I got into the school. So yeah, I would say my personal statement, because when I look back, I did not have a computer background. I've always been an art student.
Okay.
So I wanted to study, something related to art, be it music producing or theater arts, something that has to do with what I did in senior high school. And but when I realized that that was not the path that would bring me what I wanted in life.
Yeah, they're actually very limited opportunities for art-based students.
And when you look at Korea, it's all about technology.
Yeah.
And AI, is like exactly. So when I saw AI and big data offered in my school, I chose that. So, but unfortunately, I did not have certificates, and I did not do any extracurricular activities that was related to computer. All I did was take a course on Coursera, a 3-month course, and I got the certificate. And I have like some Korean certificates of events that I attended in Nigeria. So that was it. But my personal statement, I think, would be the past.
You were able to express how you feel about coming to Korea, why you think you are best suited for.
And also they need you to explain why must it be Korea. Like you can go to US, and other European countries, but why is it Korea? Because when we think about abroad, it's always the American dream.
Yes, it's true.
So they want you.
But most people, when I got selected for my scholarship, they were like, "Why Korea?" I mean, I had to think like, "Why not Korea? Why Korea?"
I always thought about that.
Yeah.
I've always even been an Asian person. Like I've never thought about America. I've never had the American dream or European dream. It has always been like inside Asia. First it was India, and now it was.
Really?
I know. I know, it was crazy.
India.
What is the one? I was like, I want to go to India, and then it was China, and then now it's Korea. So they really want you to, explain why Korea. And your personal statement, I want to give quick tips on personal statement, because I feel like people don't know the importance of PS, personal statement. Like it contributes greatly to your application. Forget the scores, the high school transcripts. They don't really look at that much. They want you to express, how much love you have Korea, and if you have enough passion to push through your major, and also if you have
a challenge that
exactly. And we all know like you have to get the topic 3 above. So they also need you to show in your study plan that would I be able to push through and get topic 3? Like, are you determined enough? Do you have enough passion to push through even when this is hard and achieve the goals required, for you to start your major?
And there's no way they can know until they hear from you, and they cannot hear from you at application stage.
Exactly.
So the best place to express yourself
is that yes, you need to tell them, oh my God, this is how my passion started. The personal statement has some questions actually, which makes it easier. They have 5 questions.
Okay.
Why Korea? And why your school? But that's like only for university track.
Okay.
So why Korea? What motivated you like to choose this path that you're taking now? So that path being, what motivated you to study computer? What motivated you to study medicals? Anything. So what is that motivation? What's that event that happened that just triggered it? It was like, okay, this is my fate. Yeah, this is my destiny. And also, who has been like an influence in you in taking that decision? Like, who influenced you to take that decision? And also, extracurricular activities. Like, what did you do? Were you just sitting idle in school, or were you an active person? Did you do this? Did you do that? They need to know if, like, outside of school or even inside of school,
you have another life.
Yeah. If you,
or you just someone that will just be coming to class and one day you just blow up. Like, I don't time for this career. I won't go out.
You need to know if you can balance your school life, your social life, and also health, because that's really important.
Yes,
so they need you to convince them that, okay, I might be studying and I will study hard, but I'll also find time for my health, take care of myself, and balance everything, and also have life outside of schooling. And they also have this educational background, so you have to explain to them, what was it that you went through? High school, okay. How was the high school? Like, your first year was how, your second year was how, just explain to them, give them a summary of your educational background, and tell them. And if you're the kind that, took a gap year, like you finished high school, but 2 years later you're applying for GKS, what happened?
What have you been up to in
exactly.
that 2
They
years
need to know, like, and some people, like, 3 years even before they apply for GKS, maybe due to financial problems, you need to tell them, like, what have you been doing
in detail.
If not, they're going to tackle it in your interview, and you're going to be, just caught off guard. I might not say the right thing. So you need to tell them, like, okay, during these 3 years, I did this, I did that, and if you have certificates to show, it's even better. But if it's something like financial, problems, then you just explain. Okay, I was restricted due to this, due to that, and that's just basically it. So your personal statements, please do pay attention to that. Your study plan, give them a very, very detailed study plan. I'm going to do this, do that to achieve topic 3.
Oh, study plan is required of undergraduate scholarship.
3 study plan. Study plan, language study plan, and then your actual major study plan. And then future plan.
Okay.
What will you do after the course?
GKS.
Yeah.
You go home now. That's what everyone will say. I'll go home and affect my knowledge in my country.
I will stay in Korea and work to improve Korean.
Oh my God, you want to improve Korea? I thought the goal of the scholarship scheme is to help people to learn about new things in Korea and then take it home.
They want you to stay in Korea.
Oh really?
They want you to stay in Korea
and apply that knowledge.
Yeah, apply that knowledge, and also more international students to increase the population and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you say you're going back to your country to apply the knowledge, it's also good. But if you say you're staying in Korea to work, I feel like it's even way better.
Okay.
Because
that's a good
it's not like it's far-fetched, but I noticed that everybody that said I was staying in Korea happened to get in.
Oh my God, are you serious?
It's like, or you can say this, like, okay, I will stay in Korea and do work for some time, and then I will take that knowledge to my country, apply it to my country, using the knowledge I gained from Korea, improving the relationship between Nigeria and Korea, and creating a foundation. It's like everybody's statement is like the same, creating a relationship
between
Korea and Nigeria, being a bridge.
The gap. As if I was there. Thank you so much.
Like bridging the gap. So that's really it. And your goal of study plan, like the major, just go to your school site, search for the curriculum, and try to incorporate it. Okay, my first year would be this, my second year would be so, my third year. And while doing this, you also provide a detailed study plan of how you make sure you achieve the required GPA, which is like 2.5.
Okay.
So it's 2.5 upwards.
Okay.
So you tell them
The
how.
minimum is 2.5.
Yeah, the minimum is 2.5. So you
I
tell
want
them
to ensure.
you keep that score or even stay above.
Mm.
So that's just basically it about the GKS and essays and everything. And also please download guidelines.
Yeah.
Make
sure you go through
study in Korea.
.kr.
Really?
Yeah. It's study
I always
in
add .com when I
Korea.go.
search, but it shows.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, then study in Korea.go.kr or study in Korea.com.kr. Whichever works. I'm
Just
going to
like, even
include
if
the
you
link
search study in
the-
Korea, you see it there.
Yeah, I will include the
And
link here.
on that there, search GKS. They would be it on your home page, but if you don't see it, then search GKS and then scroll down. You see the latest guidelines. Download the guidelines. Read it like you're reading your life story.
One after the other. Everything you need is in the guideline.
Yeah.
Everything you need. I think where people would ask question is while filling the form or the documents. Oh, this one or that one. This one or that one. So yeah, you feel free to comment your questions under this video, and Ruth and I will try to answer them as much as we can. Thank you very much, and thank you, Ruth, for taking time to answer all these questions. It's been a very long video, but it's really rich.
Yeah.
And it's everything you need to know.
I hope
Undergraduate
everyone can know
Yeah.
about GKS now and hopefully stop
Yeah.
asking random questions.
Yeah. Thank you very much. My name is Toyiba and this is Ruth, and we're here to talk about the Undergraduate GKS Scholarship in preparation for next year, because the application for this year is currently ongoing.
Yeah,
so
and
it
it's
might
still
be too
open.
late.
It's still open until the ending of October.
Okay, so
you have like 25 days more.
They can still prepare. It's possible
For university track only. So
for
it's very, very
university track
possible if you
for
know,
undergraduate
hurry up
admission.
with it, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. This
My
has been so
pleasure.
wonderful. It's nice to have you here.
My pleasure.
Bye.